Hey guys, welcome in. Good morning. I'm the Charm. Welcome to Charm Fantasy Channel. Hopefully, my rankings tips can help you win some of your leagues. Today, I'm doing my wide receiver rankings. My running back rankings took a lot longer than I thought they would. I thought I was going to be done with that in like 10 minutes. It ended up taking like 38 minutes. So, I can talk. So, here we go. We're going to jump right into it. Get this done. If you think I've got anything wrong, feel free to let me have it in the comments. I can take it. There we go. So here we go. Number one, Jamar Chase. I don't think there should be any argument with that. I mean, obviously, the top couple guys you can argue for whatever, but horrendous defense, brilliant quarterback, brilliant player, proven volume, was literally the best at any category of wide receivers last year, and it either got better and or stayed the same. So have fun with that. Next for me is CeeDee Lamb, which honestly the Parsons news might have kind of helped this, but I think even with Parsons there, it would have still been the same for me. Lamb is so talented, Boomer Sooner, but he's going to get the volume. Dak loves him. I don't think George Pickens takes too much from him. Next up, Justin Jefferson. The talent's insane. He's one of one, freak of nature. So as long as J.J. McCarthy can throw the ball his way, I think we're fine. I don't think it even needs to be incredibly close to him. Just put it in the vicinity of Justin Jefferson, and it's his ball. Malik Neighbors. Now, this one kind of scares me a little bit. The volume could be insane. It was insane last year. Got quarterback upgrades. I think even if Jackson Dart starts, something happens to Russell Wilson, that it's still better than what he had last year. It can't be much better in terms of volume, but it could be a little bit better. Or even if it's the same, it's still insane. Malik Neighbors is incredibly talented, so the more opportunities he has, the more he can do with it. Puka Nacua will be next. Hopefully Stafford's good. I'm really counting on Puka in my big dynasty league. So hopefully he's all good, but the man is so good. Puka wins. He's very physical. He's very talented. He'll go get the ball. He'll do his blocking. Just an excellent wide receiver. Next, I've got Amon-Ra St. Brown, the lesser coordinator, whatever. I don't think it's going to matter. He's so good. His efficiency's there. He's the target hog in Detroit, so I'm happy with him being there. And then next for me is Brian Thomas Jr. The man's phenomenal. Just watch his tape last year. The more they realized it down in Jacksonville, they're like, oh, this guy is good. Yeah, he is. And I think they just realized that more and more. Yeah, they got Travis Hunter. There has been, oh, he's going to play more offense. And now it's, oh, he's mainly going to play defense and he'll get 60 catches on offense this year. I don't know what it's going to be. I think Travis Hunter will eventually be playing more offense than he will defense. I could be wrong, though. I don't work for the NFL yet. But kind of that's where we're at. Nico Collins will be my next up. I feel like they are going to have zero run game, and C.J. Stroud is going to throw the ball 40 times a game or more. And Nico's his target, and he's good. So you get more passes headed his way. He's going to do more with them. I don't see why he would not be S tier in that environment. Next up, Drake London, the last player in my S tier. And Drake London is right here. Right here, right here, right here, right here. Right here. When we find Drake London, we'll... Oh, God, there he is. So, the last player in my S tier. Yes, they've got Bijan. I'm not sure if their defense is necessarily fixed. I know they've been working on it. But he's their guy. I think they got Ray McLeod and Darnell Mooney. They're not stealing his targets. I would love to see Kyle Pitts be a thing. I don't know how he's not. It makes no sense to me. But for now, it's Drake London. He's the guy. Last year with Penix at the end of the year, if that's any indicator of how the games are going to go this year, I might be too low on Drake London. That's how good he could be. Next up, A.J. Brown. I mean, if the Eagles didn't run the way they ran the ball, A.J. Brown would be in the S tier. But they run the ball so well. That defense is so good. They're going to be leading so many games. They're not going to have to throw as much. So I think it's just a volume problem with A.J. Brown. It's not a target share. Target share, he's probably phenomenal with that. But I think it's the volume. They're not going to throw as many passes as other teams. They're going to run the ball a ton. So, still an A-tier wide receiver. I still think he's phenomenal. Talented as all get out. Next up, Jackson Smith-Njigba. Great wide receiver. I can't wait to watch this guy play. He should be so good. Hopefully Darnold can get it going. Some people are Darnold believers, some people are not. I'm not necessarily a Darnold believer, but I believe what I saw last year. I think with the right system, the right coaching, he can be an NFL quarterback. So as long as he can do that for Jackson Smith-Njigba, we should be good. I don't think Kupp's eaten into his target share in the least. Next on my rankings, I have Tyreek Hill above Ladd McConkey, and I cannot do that right now. So it is going to be Ladd McConkey. I'll have to adjust my rankings later. Perfect. If that's a sign, I don't know what it is. McConkey. There he is. Oh my God. There we go. Ladd McConkey. So good. Building up rapport with Justin Herbert. Chargers could be really good. Their issue is they run the ball and they want to run the ball and play defense. They want to get a lead, which they should be a pretty good team. They could be leading. When they need to pass the ball, though, that's whenever he's going to have those huge games, and he is more than capable of doing it. Next up, I've got Tyreek. If it's Tyreek, then you win. If it's the Tyreek that is getting in trouble, playing through injuries, which I love people playing through injuries, but when he was doing it last year, I feel like it really hurt his fantasy value. So we'll see. A lot of off-the-field stuff. Says a lot of crazy stuff. He's getting more strange and more strange by the day. I hope they get through the season and kind of move on from Tyreek. Just because I like the Dolphins, but he's kind of... I don't know if he's causing the drama, but he's definitely part of it. So there's that. It's like they love him down there or they're kind of hating him down there. And that's a real weird kind of spot to be at. T. Higgins will be next. T. Higgins is phenomenal. They're going to throw the ball a billion times a game, which is fantastic. I love fantasy points, and that's what causes more fantasy points. If anything were to happen to Jamar Chase, T. Higgins to the moon. But even with Jamar Chase on the field, T. Higgins is going to be crushing it. Next up, I've got Marvin Harrison, which could be a little controversial. It seems like they run that passing game through Trey McBride, and Marvin Harrison's there to run a go route down the sidelines. I have to believe they realize that's not a good idea, and they've got to change some stuff. Seems like he's really put some work in the offseason. Hopefully it pays off. I'd love to see the kid do good. I've got faith in the guy. He's in my A tier. Next up, Garrett Wilson. People are going to hate me for that one because I think I'm higher than a lot of people on Garrett Wilson. But the man is so good. Watch him play the game. And say, oh, yeah, but look at the quarterbacks. Look at his quarterbacks that he's had. He had Aaron Rodgers for a year. And really, it was half a year because the last half of the year, he had Aaron Rodgers laser focused on Devontae Adams. I'm not buying that the quarterback's going to drag him down. I think they got an upgrade in the coaching staff. Prove me right, big guy. God, I want to throw Rashee Rice on there, but I haven't adjusted my rankings since he got suspended, and he is suspended. We're going to go Devontae Adams. Everything I've heard about this preseason is he's still got it. The age is kind of a factor, but when he's cooking fools consistently and no one can cover this guy, he's so smart, he's so good at the game. I don't see how you couldn't have him up here. So we're going to go Adams. Next, I got Rashee Rice. If I'm drafting, I don't draft Rashee Rice here. I draft Rashee Rice down here. But if you can build your team right through the draft and survive those first 6 weeks, you get Rashee Rice back mid-season-ish, fantasy season-ish. Leading into the playoffs, he's going to be an absolute man-child, target hog. If there's any decline in Kelsey's game, Rashee Rice is picking that up. I do expect Kelsey to have a pretty big year. I'm assuming this is it. He's done after this one. And I think Mahomes is going to pepper him with targets. But I just don't think Kelsey has it, so I think he's going to get the volume early. I think they're going to realize, okay, he's good, distraction, but they want the ball in Rashee Rice's hands up close, so I think Rashee Rice is going to take those early targets for him. I still think the Chiefs are going to do very well this year, but Rashee Rice, talent-wise, easily here. I don't know how high I'd have him if there were no suspension looming. We'll see kind of how it goes, but that's where we're at with that. Next up, oh my gosh, can I even put him in here? Yeah, we're going to do it. No, we're not. Yeah, we are. No, we're not. Yeah, we are. We're going to go Mike Evans in the A tier. Possibly the last one in the A tier. He's getting up there in age, dealing with a lot of injuries. 1,000 yards a year. I mean, you can just... You used to be able to write it in pen. I think you can pencil it in this year. And I'm not sure... Man, I'm not sure. I think the Bucs kind of knew something. That's why they targeted Jalen McMillan last year. They get Ibuka this year. It's not necessarily like they're like, oh, I know this year we need them both. No, but you've got Mike Evans, who is starting to deal with some injuries. Still very consistent, very reliable, very good. You've got Chris Godwin, excellent player as well, dealing with injuries. But they also knew he's injured, give him a contract. So they know there's still stuff left in the tank for Godwin. But you've got to prepare for the worst. You can't just hope for the best and then win. You've got to hope for the best and prepare for the worst. So I think that's what they're doing with adding in these wide receivers. Evans is still the number one, especially early on. Hopefully it lasts all year long. I would love to see the guy keep going. I'm a big Baker guy, as you can tell. It's my guy. But yeah, we're gonna go with him in the A tier, and then DK is my next receiver. DK is my next receiver. Yes, he is. And he is right here. Is he A tier? I think he is, solely because Aaron Rodgers will hyper-focus on a single wide receiver. And if DK gets funneled targets, the man is a physical specimen. He's an alien. God, he could be so good. I want Rodgers to be good one more time. I can't have these last couple years be his last years. I need Rodgers to be Rodgers. If he is, DK is going to be even more of a beast than he naturally is. Um, so that's the end of that tier. Next year I've got Terry McLaurin. I know there's some touchdown regression going on here. But him and Jaden Daniels had chemistry. So you got a young quarterback with a trusted veteran. He's going to get his targets. I think he's going to be good. I am more than happy taking Terry McLaurin at the top of this tier. Really, there's only two people I struggle with taking Terry McLaurin over. And as I'm setting this up, putting this out here for y'all to see, I'm like, I might be wrong. Which I might be wrong about this one too. But we've got Jalen Waddle and Cortland Sutton. Honestly, you know what? I'm going to do that now. Oh, but that's iffy. Okay, maybe I'll do that. So we got Cortland Sutton to lead the tier, Terry McLaurin, then Jalen Waddle. Cortland Sutton, him and Bo Nix looked great last year. Hopefully it continues on. Sutton has been doing it there for so long with no help. Same with Terry McLaurin. Jalen Waddle, there was some injuries. Then he's been dealing with Tyreek Hill. If he starts to overtake that a little bit, Tyreek starts losing a step, something happens to Tyreek, whatever it is, they trade him, whatever. Waddle could be a monster. He has been a monster before, so it's not like it's just out of the realm of possibilities. Next up, DJ Moore. DJ Moore is more than capable. I feel like there are so many pass catchers in Chicago that it's hard to stand on this hill, but for now, that's what I got to go with. You have to take what you see and believe it for what it is. Hype is hype. So, we got Devontae Smith next. Devontae. There he is. It's passing volume. He's so talented. The Slim Reaper, so good. Him and A.J. Brown's team. Just volume. It's like a Jamar Chase, T. Higgins situation. If you swapped roles for both of them, you almost switch the other two. But for what it is now, that's where it's at. Also, A.J. Brown's been dealing with some kind of injuries. I think he's just fine. It's preseason stuff, so I'm not too worried about it. Next up, I'm going to go Zay Flowers. I am not going to go Zay Flowers next up. I'm going to go Ted McMillan. McMillan looks so good. He looked so good in college. Didn't get near as much love coming out just because Travis Hunter, I think, is so polarizing that it's easy to talk about the most popular topic. But I think he should be. I think he's the best wide receiver of the class. I know whatever metrics were so good for Travis Hunter. Maybe. Clearly the Jags don't see that. Or if they do, they're trying to bait and switch us into something, whatever it is. Ted McMillan, he's got to be the guy. And then I'll go Zay Flowers, which, number one, for Lamar, they just run the ball so dang much. It's hard to justify taking him any earlier than this. It's hard to take him here. But I think he's so good that he hopefully can earn a little bit more. And if anything were to happen to Derrick Henry, maybe that slows down the run game some. Who knows? Keaton Mitchell looks good. Justice Hill's been good filling in. We'll see how that goes. Travis Hunter, he'll be next. I know there's been reports lately that he's going to mainly play defense, limited on offense. I think it goes to show that he's not the defender that he needs to be in the NFL to really earn that work. I think he can play, but I don't think he's an every down guy. I don't think he should be primarily defense. Specialize in certain packages, whatever, that's fine. I think he's a wide receiver. I think he should be good. As long as he gets that work and that volume, him and Brian Thomas Jr. could be a dynamic duo, if you will. Next up, Xavier Worthy. So many pass catchers in Kansas City, which is kind of crazy saying that now as opposed to the past couple years. It's like, oh, they have no wide receivers. Now you've got Worthy, you've got Rice, you've got Kelsey, you've got Hollywood Brown, Jalen Royals. I know there's more. I think Juju's still there. Whatever, Noah Gray. So many people. I think he'll do phenomenal. He's going to have 6 games. And if he can prove in those 6 games that he is an alpha wide receiver, then we've got issues, I think. Oh, I've got that all jacked up. Then who knows where his ceiling's at. If he can prove that he's the guy, and you can rely on me, that could be crazy. He's very little, very fast. So if he can stay healthy and prove that he's the guy, he could be one of those guys. Chris Olave. Saints are going to be bad. Doesn't make him bad. He's still the number 1. He should still be the target leader on the team. I mean, it wouldn't be surprising if he had 8 to 10 targets a game, catching most of them. I mean, if he's got 7 for 50 and you're in a PPR league, I mean, what more do you need? There's 13 points. Math, that's 12 points. Take that out. Edit that. I won't. Jameson Williams. Next up, we're just going to move on from that. Love the guy. Really improved his route running last year. Got more involved. I think he had 1,000 yards on like 50 catches or 60 catches or something like that. The stat's insane. New coaching staff. Well, staff. New offensive coordinator. Part of the team, though. So how much changes? How much stays the same? Do they still utilize him as much? I think they should. Clearly he's good. I think he's easily their number 2. So that's where we're at. Next up, we're going with old Georgia boy. Oh, God, are we? Yeah, we are. George Pickens. Dallas could be throwing the ball a ton. They've been raving about George Pickens. He could be the steal of your draft right here. He could be... Oh, man. Hopefully he's good. I trust him to be right in this range with A-tier upside. We're going to go Calvin Ridley next. Cam Ward's been pretty good. We'll see how he turns out in live action. But Ridley should be a good receiver for him. Should be his number 1. Should get a lot of targets. Volume. That's what we need. Where did my boy go? This one, Matthew Golden. He's one that I am super excited about. I think he's the clear number 1 in Green Bay. They're raving about him in Green Bay. I feel like I should probably put Golden right behind Worthy. Actually, you know what? Standing on it. We're doing it. He's so good. And I think he's going to be getting the volume. I don't think Jaden Reed and Dontavian Wicks and Christian Watson and Savion Williams and Romeo Dobbs, I don't think they're the guys. I think they're just guys. Jaden Reed, I think, is the closest one to it, but I think he could be the number 2. So it could be more of a Matthew Golden, Jaden Reed type situation. Probably Dobbs as well, being the number 3. I think everyone else is kind of just the odd man out. But I think a lot of it goes to Matthew Golden. I think he's earned it in training camp, and I think he's going to get rewarded for it. Next up, we've got Jerry Jeudy. I'm not a Jerry Jeudy fan. I never draft the guy. and never really get burned by it either. So I feel like I'm kind of right with that. But last year, he had a great year. I think it's fluky. Maybe it's not. Maybe it is. We'll see. But Jerry Jeudy's there. Ricky Pearsall. Ricky Pearsall is potentially the number one in San Francisco, especially early in the season. He's very talented. I think the more run he gets with no other competition on the field, I think it's wildly apparent, oh, this is our guy. Jennings better get on the field to play because I think it's gonna be apparent, like, oh, Ricky's the dude. We can just roll with Ricky. We'll fill this other spot. I don't think it's gonna be like, oh, we need Jennings on the field. Not saying you don't. I'm not saying Jennings isn't a good player, but Pearsall's that dude. Next up, Jordan Addison, suspended 3 games. I think once that's over with, he's going to slide right back into where he was at. Assuming J.J. McCarthy can be good, I trust that coaching staff to put J.J. McCarthy in a great position to win. So he should be just fine. I'm not worried about that at all. Jordan Addison fits in that B tier super easy. Buka. Ibuka's the last player in the B tier for me. The man's good. He's very good. You've got issues with Evans. Jalen McMillan's hurt. Did I say Evans? You've got issues with Godwin. You've got Jalen McMillan hurt. I think it's Mike Evans and Ibuka's team to start. I don't think afterwards you can pull Ibuka off the field because it's going to be apparent that he is that guy. So he's the last one in that tier for me. Next up, Juan Jennings. If he could just play, if he can get that contract figured out, if he gets on the field, we're going to see that he's good. Rome Odunze, I'm super excited for Rome. Hopefully he's got a big year in him. I'd love to see it. I've got Caleb Williams on one of my dynasty teams. I need him to do well. We'll see how that goes. Next up, Khalil Shakir. I keep hearing a lot of stuff about Keon Coleman. I don't know if it's Coleman or Shakir is the number one. They're using Coleman in very weird ways, but they seem to feed Shakir the targets. So I'm going to go with the volume here. It's going to be Shakir. Jacoby Myers will be next. Yes, he did request a trade, but I think that's more of a ploy to get money. I think they should get that figured out. Even if they don't, I think he still plays. I don't think he just sits the year. Chris Godwin. Not yet. We're going to go Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs he seemed to be coming back from that injury a lot faster than I thought he would. But he's been working really hard. Hearing great things out of New England about him. Which sucks because I got Kyle Williams. I wish he was the guy. But that's where we're at. Next up, we're rocking... Oh my God, where'd he go? Debo. Debo's the guy. Fat Debo, as my buddy always calls him. I like the guy. Super excited for him, playing for Washington. Washington guy. No, got the Ravens and Eagles up there, but Commanders, that's where it's at. Debo's good. He should be fun to watch. Looked really good on his lone touch of the preseason, whatever that means. So we're good there. I've got Josh Downs and Pittman back to back, and really it's whichever one is the guy. I don't think it can be both of them. I think it will just be one of them. And maybe it's a week-by-week thing to where it flips back and forth, which that's going to be wildly frustrating all year. And if that's the case, they probably don't deserve to be where they're at. Jaden Reed is not even on this list. That is wild. Jaden Reed, pretend that he's right here. Okay, right here. Jaden Reed. Let's see, we got the Debo Cooper Kupp. I think he'll get enough volume to be a startable wide receiver, maybe a flex play. Curious to see what he does in Seattle. Should be fun. It'll be different. Darnell Mooney. I think he could have a great year. The Falcons could throw the ball quite a bit. I think he's their clear number 2. No, Ray McLeod gets a lot of targets, but Darnell does a lot of stuff downfield and makes the plays, so he should be fun to see. We're just going to go ahead and throw Chris Godwin in a D tier. No, we're not. No, we're going Godwin up top. Godwin in the C tier. When he comes back, he should be phenomenal. He's proven that he can come back from an injury and play at an elite level. It did take him quite a while last time. I don't think this one's as bad as that. But we're going to put him in the C tier for now in hopes that we nailed it. The last player I have in C tier, Keon Coleman. I keep hearing great stuff about him. I think he looked great. Josh Allen and him weren't in sync in the least. And sometimes that happens with a quarterback and a rookie receiver. So I'm not super worried about it. Hopefully this is the year that gets fixed. We should see what Keon Coleman could be. And that's where he's at. I mean, last up, these are not even the names I've got next up on my rankings. My next 5 guys aren't even on here. God bless America. We're just going to throw them up here in the order I see them. This is wild. Rashad Bateman's not up there. Marvin Mims? Sweet. No Wandale. Okay. Higgins, Trey Harris. Chandler McMillan's on there. Mario Douglas. I think I take Rashid Shaheed right here. Nope, I'll probably take him right. You suck. Right there. And, okay, we're going to go with that. So we got Christian Kirk, Rashid Shaheed, Marquise Brown, Jaden Higgins, Trey Harris, Mario Douglas, DeAndre Hopkins, Jack Besh, Roman Wilson. Not super excited about any of them. Christian Kirk and Jaden Higgins. Who knows how that's going to go? They're going to impact each other one way or another. Rashid Shaheed, I like the guy. Plays for the Saints. I think he's coming off an injury. I might be making that up. Hollywood Brown, Boomer Sooner. Love to see him do good. Has an opportunity to do great with Rashee Rice out. We'll see how that goes. Trey Harris, pretty excited for him, but they just brought back Keenan Allen. I don't know how much that really affects him. I think it could help him in the long run, but short term, maybe eats a little bit of it. Pop Douglas, they love him. They love him up there. Drake May should pepper him with some targets. I think he should be pretty good. I might be too low on him. Whatever. DeAndre, low pass volume. He's getting older. Excellent wide receiver, though. So, Jack Besh, iffy. Roman Wilson, I almost forget that he plays sometimes. But, anywho's, that's my wide receivers. I'm out. That's it. Good luck in your leagues. Hopefully, if you have any drafts left, you crush them. If you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Live stream on Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok. Feel free to catch me live, ask me questions, run something by me. Hey, who should I pick here? Hey, how's this trade work? I'll answer any of that live on stream. Don't hesitate to reach out. I'll talk about this stuff all day long. I keep going longer than I mean to every single time. Hope you have a great day. Peace.